Hello, guys. I guess we are live now. Can you please just type in the chat if I am visible and audible as well? Please type yes in the chat if I am visible and audible as well. We will wait for 1 more minute for more people to join. Thank you, Divya, for confirming that I am audible and the screen is visible. So let's start now, or let's wait for 1 more minute for more people to join. Meanwhile, if any one of you has any doubt regarding preparation of CAT in any section, you can just type in the chat. So let's start now. So today our topic of discussion would be time, speed and distance, right? Time, speed and distance would be our topic. So let's start. Before starting, I would like all of you to do two things here. First, like the stream. Second, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Why am I saying this? Because Cracku's YouTube channel is a one-stop destination for your CAT preparation. You would get everything from zero to advanced. You would get PYQs, video solutions of PYQs of previous 9 years for all the 3 sections. You would get playlist for all the sections having very good questions. You would get tips for acing the sections as well, all the 3 sections. So I would like you to do these 2 things. Let's start now. Let's first see that what are TSD problems based on. So basically time, speed, distance problems are based on 3 quantities. We would be dealing with distance, speed and time. Broadly we would be dealing with these 3 things. And the formula or the relation between distance, speed and time, we have been studying this since our school, that distance d, this equals to speed s into time t. We have been studying this thing and we would be basically using this formula only. Here you can see some conversions as well. Basically you can yourself derive these conversions as well if you don't remember. So 1 kilometer per hour, we have to convert this into meters per second. Now we know 1 kilometer equals to how much meters? 1000 meters. And 1 hour equals to how much seconds? We know 1 hour has 60 minutes and each minute has 60 seconds. So this would come out as 5 by 18 meters per second. 1 kilometer per hour. This you can derive any time, even if you don't remember this. And similarly, 1 meter per second equals to 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Just cross multiply. Now let's see the concept of relative speed. So basically, when 2 objects are moving simultaneously, we measure speed of one relative to the other. Normally, what we do is that normal speed we calculate. For example, I am running at 10 meters per second. So that we say with respect to the ground, because ground is stationary. So my speed with respect to the ground is 10 meters per second. But when two objects are moving, for example, I am moving, one of my friends is also moving. So we both are running. And then we have to calculate the relative speed of me with respect to him. Right? So how do we calculate this? Let's assume that we are moving in the same direction. I am moving with 10 meters per second and my friend is moving with 5 meters per second from the same starting point. Now, after 1 second, what would be the case? After 1 second, my friend would, I would be here, 10 meters is this distance, and my friend would be somewhere around here. This is 5 meters. So, what my friend is seeing, that he is not seeing my speed as 10 meters per second. He will just see my speed as 5 meters per second, because he himself is also running. So he would see that I am running just 5 meters per second. He won't see 10 meters per second. That can also be proved using this thing, that after 1 second, this would be the case, that I would be 10 meters ahead, my friend would be 5 meters ahead. So we know speed equals to distance upon time. After 1 second, what is the distance between us? Distance of separation. It would be 5. I am 10 meters ahead, he is 5 meters ahead, 5 upon 1. So speed would be 5 meters per second. After 2 seconds, it would be something like this. I would be here 20 meters and he would be somewhere around here, which is 10 meters. So again, distance of separation would be 10 meters. You know, speed equals to distance upon time. Distance would be 10, time would be 2. So 5 meters per second. Are you getting it? Even if you did not get it, just you can remember these formulas. This was for same direction. So for same direction, we calculated that it would be V1 minus V2, 10 minus 5, which was 5. Now for opposite direction, if you see, can you just sense that it would be added? So for example, me and my friend are running in opposite direction. I am running towards right, he is running towards left. Same speed, 10 meters per second. He is 5 meters per second. I am running with 10 meters per second. Now, what would happen is that after 1 second, I would be 10 meters ahead. He would be 5 meters ahead. So this would be 5, this would be 10. Now, can you say that our distance or our separation decreased by 15 meters in each second? So can we say that the speed would be this much? After 2 seconds, I would be 10 meters more ahead, he would be 5 meters more ahead. So again, 15 meters distance would be less. Also, you can imagine that you are running and your friend is also running. So you would see his speed more. So when two objects move in the opposite direction, relative speed adds. This is the case here, 10 plus 5, which was 15 meters per second. What would be the time to meet? So in opposite direction or in same direction as well, time we know is distance upon speed. Nothing new. Distance we know. Speed here would be relative speed rather than normal speed. So this would be the time to meet. Now we will do few practical applications of TSD, time, speed, distance. Circular tracks. Now circular track is something like this. Let us see some terminology. Track length. Track length is this length, full length. When you run a circular track, let it be L. Round. So it is one full revolution of the track. This is one round. When two persons run on a track, they can run in the same direction or opposite direction. So me and my friend can run in the same direction, or I am running this side, he is running this side. So opposite direction. Both can happen. Now in the next slide, we would see that what would be the speeds in each case when they run in same direction or opposite direction. So when me and my friend run in opposite direction, he is running this side, I am running clockwise, he is running anti-clockwise. So can you say that using the relative speed concept, speed would be V relative would be what? V1 plus V2. And what would be the time taken to meet? Time taken to meet, we know, is D upon V. D here is L upon V1 plus V2. Now, how is distance L? Because we know that even if, let's assume they met here, me and my friend met here, so my friend covered this X distance, so I would have to cover L minus X distance. We both would cover full one track length to meet, right? If we cover this much, I would have to cover more portion. So L minus X plus X would be L. So distance would always be L. Now in the same direction, for example, I am running clockwise, my friend is also running clockwise. So let us assume that the faster runner, now we have to find here time, that such that they meet for the second time, because first time they are starting from the starting point. The second time, when will they meet? First time is t equals to 0, they are at the starting point. So the second time, when will they meet? They will meet when the faster runner gains one extra lap over the slower runner. So for example, my friend's speed is 5 meters per second, my speed is 10 meters per second. So after some time, when I complete the full lap, my friend would be somewhere around here, right? So now I am here, my friend, let it be A, let it be B, let myself be A. So now I am here, I have completed one lap while B, my friend, is here. Now I will chase him, and let us assume that I catch him somewhere around here. Let this speed be 4 meters per second. If it is 5 meters per second, then I will catch him at the starting point. Let this be 4 meters per second. So if I catch him here, can I say that I completed one full lap, and then again I completed some portion of the lap again till here? So what would be my total length covered? It would be what? One lap plus X fraction of this lap. And what would be the total length covered by my friend? He hasn't even covered one lap. So it would be X fraction. X fraction. Now, what is the amount of length I have to traverse or gain ahead of him, so that me and him meet at a point? It would be 1 plus X, my distance, minus X. So I would have to cover one extra lap for the first meeting point. So distance would be L, which is one extra lap, and we know relative speed is difference of speeds. Does anyone has any doubt till now? Anyone has any doubt till now? We would be covering boats and streams now, and then we would be going to questions. I guess no one has any doubt. So let's move ahead now. So let's talk about boats and streams. So in this scenario, speed of boat, let us assume the speed of boat in still water be B, speed of flowing water be R. So have you ever gone to airport? So when you go to airport, then there is a moving walkway. So when you go through that moving walkway, so when you also move along with that moving walkway, you feel that your speed is greater than your own speed and also greater than the moving walkway speed. So that is the concept of, that same concept is applicable here, that the moving walkway helps you. So the speed adds up, your speed plus moving walkway speed is the total speed of yours. So similarly, in downstream motion, what happens is that boat moves in the direction of the stream or in the direction of flowing water. So water would help the boat. the boat speed would be boat's own speed plus water speed. So downstream speed would be B plus R. Upstream motion. So for example, if you go to a mall and you go to an escalator, you would see that if the escalator is upward moving and you are going down, so when you are going down and the escalator is moving up, your speed would be less than your own speed because the escalator is pushing you up. It is resisting you to go down. So that is the same concept that in upstream motion, boat moves against the flowing water. Water resists it. It pushes it back. So the upstream speed would be its boat's own speed minus a reverse flowing water speed. Let's see the formula now. If d is the length of the river covered by the boat, then we know time equals to distance upon speed. And distance is d upon, we know that downstream speed is added up b plus r, upstream speed subtracted b minus r. Now we would be going to questions. Meanwhile, if anyone has any doubt, they can type in the chat, or else we will move to the questions. Anyone has any doubt? Before moving to the questions, I would like to tell you a new course which has been launched by Cracku, XAT 2027 complete course. Now, how can you get information regarding this, or if you want to check out the course? Just Google search this Cracku XAT complete course, or you can also contact on this number. I would highly recommend you to check out this course. Why am I saying this? The reason is that it has the package, or the course has 180 plus concept videos. These are high quality concept videos which covers your complete XAT syllabus. Nothing would be coming out of, no question would come out of these concept videos, outside of these concept videos. Also, we have national level mocks, XAT mocks. Now you can just see your national standing. You can analyze your performance and improve your weaknesses. We have 350 plus topic tests. This would basically cover each and every topic, and you can get a good practice for improvement. Also, this is one of the most important features. We would have daily live classes from December. So you can join using this link as well. And also, this course will be under Saili ma'am and Maruti sir. Saili ma'am herself is AIR 1 twice in XAT, and Maruti sir is 5-time CAT person, 100 percentiler. So basically, this is your one-stop destination for XAT. Now let's move to questions. You have 90 seconds to solve this question. Let's try to solve this question. Also, if someone got any answer, they can type in the chat. It would really make the session engaging. If in this question it is given that if Ram drives at 60 kilometers per hour, he reaches the office 15 minutes early. If he drives at 30 kilometers per hour, he reaches the office 25 minutes late. Now we are required to find the distance between his office and home. So let the time taken to reach his office be t. Now we know that distance equals to speed into time, and what would be the distance here? In the first case, it would be speed 60 into t plus 15 by 60, because we are converting it into r. This would be the distance. In the second case, what would be the distance? It would be 30 into t. It is 25 minutes late. My bad, this was early. So it should be t minus 15 by 60. In the second case, it is late. So it would be t plus 25 by 60. Now we have distance in both the cases. Can we say that irrespective of his speed and time, this distance in the first case and in the second case would be the same? Because it is the distance between his office and home, right? So these two distances are same. So let us equate them. 60, let us multiply this term, 60t minus 15, this would be equal to this. Let us multiply this as well. 30t plus 25 by 2. So 30t would come out as 15 plus 25 by 2. So this would be nothing but 55 by 2, which is equal to 30t. So t comes out as 55 by 60, which is nothing but 11 by 12. Now what are we asked? We are asked find the distance between his office and home. So can we just substitute this value, this t's value in any, let us substitute it in this equation, we will get the distance d. So let us calculate it. D equals to 30 into t we calculated as 11 by 12 plus 25 by 60. Now this is nothing but 5 by 12. This would come out as 30 into 16 by 12. This would be 40. So distance between his office and home is 40 kilometers. Option B here. Let us move forward. Now before moving forward, let me see if anyone has any doubt. Anyone has any doubt? I guess no one has any doubt. Also guys, I would really like you to like and subscribe the channel, like the stream and subscribe the channel. It would really motivate us to get more such sessions ahead. So this is the next question. You have 90 seconds to solve this. Also, if anyone got any answer, they can type in the chat what answer they got. It would be really engaging. So let us solve this now. Did anyone got any answer? I guess this was an easy one. Ajay completes a journey in 21 hours. He travels the first half of the distance at 60 kilometers per hour and second half at 80 kilometers per hour. Now we have to find the total distance of the journey. Now we know that total time, this is given as 21 hours. And since we are given first half of the distance at some other speed and second half at some other speed, so let's assume the total distance to be 2d. Now, can we write that the time taken in this half plus the time taken in this half is equal to 21, right? So let's calculate the time taken in each half. So in first half, it would be distance d upon speed 60 plus second half distance d upon speed 80. This is equal to 21 hours. Now 240 would be the LCM. So 4d plus 3d upon 240, this is 21. So D came out as 720 kilometers. Now, is this the distance he traveled total? Yep, we are required to find total distance. Is this the total distance? No, total distance is 2D. This is D. So we have to multiply 720 into 2. So 1440 would be the answer. This is the next question. You have 90 seconds to attempt this. Anyone has any doubt in the previous two questions, they can just type in the chat. Let's try to solve the question. In this question, it is given that a person traveled a total distance of 336 kilometers in 12 hours. How is it traveled? It is traveled partly by a bicycle and partly by a motorbike. The speed at which he traveled by the bicycle is 18 kmph and the speed at which he traveled by motorbike is 42 kmph. Now we are required to find what is the distance he traveled by the bicycle. So since we know total distance and we really don't know the distance covered by each bicycle and motorcycle. So let us assume by bicycle to be a kilometers. So by motorbike it would be 336 minus a kilometers. This is the distance by bicycle and motorbike. Now we are given total hours of the journey. So can we basically equate the total time taken during the journey by bicycle and the journey by motorbike to be equal to 12? So let us equate that. It would be d, which is in case of bicycle a, distance upon speed. Now speed is 18 plus distance d in case of motorbike upon speed, which is 42. This would be equal to 12 hours. If we take the LCM of 18 and 42, it would be 126. So we got 4A as 504. Now we can calculate A as 126. This would be A, and this would be in kilometers, and this would be the distance traveled using bicycle. So we are asked what is the distance traveled by the bicycle. It would be 126, option A. Let us move forward now. This is the next question. You have 90 seconds to solve it. Someone gets the answer, they can just type in the chat their answer. Time is up, guys. Abhimanyu is asking, sir, how? Sir, can you give me simple formula? Abhimanyu, let me give you the formula. Basically, we are just applying this formula. Distance equals to speed into time. There is only one formula in time, speed, and distance. There is no other way to solve any question. Now, in every question, what happens is that either you are given total distance, you are given time, or you are given speeds in different journeys or parts. You have to just identify how to use the information given using this formula. And this speed can be normal speed, or if the question is regarding relative speed, this can be relative speed. That's it. That's the only formula required. So let's try to solve this question. It's given a boat takes 2 hours to travel downstream from point A to B, while it takes 6 hours to travel upstream. If the speed of stream is this, find the total distance traveled by the boat. Now we know that in case of boat, when it goes downstream and upstream, there the speed is a relative speed because it depends on speed of the stream. So when it is going downstream, the speed would be B plus R. Speed of the stream R here is 4. And upstream, it would be what? B minus R. These are the speeds. Now we are given time. We know speed. Right? Can we calculate the distance? Yes. Distance would be, in the first case, it would be 2, which is time, into B plus 4. And we know that he is going from same distances covering. He is from A to B and B to A. So the second distance would also be equal, which would be 6 into B minus 4. These two things are equal. So B would come out as 8 kilometers per hour. Now what are we asked? Let us see. Find the total distance traveled by the boat. So the total distance would be distance upstream plus distance downstream, which is equal only. So we will calculate one of them and multiply by 2. If we calculate this, 2 into B plus R, B is 8 here, so it would be 2 into 8 plus 4, 12, 24 kilometers. Now this is just one distance which was downstream. Upstream as well the same distance. 24 into 2, 48. Option D. Let us move forward now. Let me see the doubts if anyone has any. Rehan, you are absolutely right. Very well done. 48 kilometers. Divya, you are also right. Keep it up. Very well done. Abhimanyu is asking, sir, I mean without any algebra XYZ, I am weak at converting questions to formula. I mean I have a gap in converting the question to formula. Basically, Abhimanyu, there is only one solution to this, that you practice questions, and by questions I mean you practice easier questions first and try to convert the word problem into a formula. If you don't get it, see the solution. If you don't get it for 15, 20, 25 questions, just see the solutions. You would at least start getting it and then just gradually improve. There is no other way. You have to practice more formulas starting from easier questions. Oh, before moving on to the next question, I want to tell all of you about the new course that Cracku has launched, Snap 2026 complete course. Now, if you are preparing for Snap, this is the one-stop destination you would need. How would you find it or how would you check it out? Just Google search this Cracku Snap complete course, or you can also contact on this number. You would get all the details regarding the course. Now, why am I saying that you should check it out? Because it has 130 plus concept videos. It would be covering complete Snap syllabus. There would be no question outside of these concept videos being asked in Snap. You would have national level mocks. You could analyze and identify your strengths and improve upon weak areas. You would have 520 plus topic tests. Now this would cover the whole syllabus again for practice. You would have weekend live classes by expert faculties, right? So this is a one-stop destination for you. You would have everything covered. You don't need to go anywhere else. Now let's do this question. You have 90 seconds for this. I want all of you to attempt this. And if anyone gets the answer, they can type in the chat. It would be really engaging. Time is up, guys. So let's try to solve this question. We are given that there are two cycles A and B starting from points X and Y with speeds in the ratio 4:7. If the ratio of their speeds is reversed, they will meet at a distance of 60 km from the original point. Original here means the point at which they met in this first situation. They are asked what is the distance between points X and Y. So let us draw both the scenarios. It is given that they start from X and Y here. So in the first scenario, the speeds are 4:7. So can we assume the speed of A to be 4x and B to be 7x? Let us assume the total distance to be D. Can we say that the time taken T in this case to meet somewhere around here would be D upon relative speed of both? They are moving towards each other. Relative speed would be added 4x plus 7x, 11x. In the second case, if we see, in the second case as well, we are given that the ratio of speeds reverse. So A would be 7x, B would be 4x. What would be the time taken in this case to meet? They would meet somewhere here. It would be distance D upon a relative speed. Again, they are moving towards each other. It would be 7x plus 4x, 11x. Can we basically see that the time taken would be the same in both the cases, right? So we are given that we have derived that time would be same. We are given that in the second case they will meet at a distance 60 kilometers from the original point. We know in the first case A speed was less than B speed, so they would meet somewhere around here, more towards X. The distance would be more towards, the distance would be less with X, and it will be more far away from Y rather than X. In the second situation, what would happen is that A speed is more than B speed. So the point where they meet will be more nearer to Y. And we are given that this distance is how much? It is 60. Now, do we know this distance? We know A speed is 4x, time is T for meeting 4xt. Do we know this distance now? It would be speed 7x into T. We know both distances and we know the difference. So let us write it. 7xt minus 4xt. This is 60. Xt comes out as 20. What are we required to find? We are required to find what is the distance between x and y. Now, do we know that the distance between x and y is, from here we can calculate it as, is it as d equals to t into 11x, 11xt. Do we know the value of xt? Yes, 20. So distance would be 11 into 20, which is 220 kilometers. Option C here. Anyone has any doubt? Let me see who all got it correct. Yeah, they were absolutely right. You are absolutely right. 220 is the answer. Anyone has any doubt? Else we will move on to the next question. If anyone has any doubt, they can type in the chat box. Before moving on to the next question, I would like you to like the stream. Let us make a aim of 20 likes. 20 likes. At this moment, 10 likes are there. Let us take it to 20, 10 more likes, and please subscribe to the channel. You would be notified about such sessions ahead as well. Let us move forward now. This is the next question. You have 60 seconds this time. This is an easier question. Let us try to solve the question now. If anyone has got the answer, they can just type in the chat. In this question, it is given that what is the total time taken by a train moving at 60 kmph to overtake a car which is 25 kilometers away, moving with a speed of 45 kmph in the same direction as that of the train. Now, we are also given that the length of the train is negligible. We have to assume that. So now, we are given that there is a train T and car C. And their initially they are 25 kilometers away from each other. And we are given that train speed is 60 kmph and car speed is 45 kmph. Right? We are required to find time taken by the train to overtake or meet the car. Can we say that since both are traveling in the same direction, this is the simple case of relative speed. Simplest case of relative speed, I would say. The distance we are given 25. We know time equals to distance upon speed. Distance we are given 25 upon speed. This is a case of relative speed. So it would be difference of speeds. 60 minus 45, 15. This would be the time. This would be 1 hour and 40 minutes. Right? Option D here. Got it? Rehan got it correct. Very well done, Rehan. Just keep it up. Please, please attempt the next question as well and try to answer it. This is the next question. You have 90 seconds to solve it. Let us try to solve this one. In this, it is given that a speedboat travels at a speed of 60 kmph downstream, but its speed reduces by 20% when traveling upstream. We are asked what will be the average speed of the speedboat traveling 12 kilometers upstream, followed by 15 kilometers downstream. Now we know that speed downstream speed is 60 kilometers per hour. This is speed downstream speed. What would be the speed upstream? Is given as it reduced by 20% from 60 kmph. So it would be 60 into 0.8, 48 kmph. These two things we are given. Now we are asked what will be the average speed of the speedboat traveling 12 kilometers upstream and then 15 kilometers downstream. We know speed equals to distance upon time, right? Also, do we know the distance? We know that total distance is 12 plus 15. 27 is the total distance. Now we have to calculate the time. Now we really don't know, we are not given the time, but we are given for downstream and upstream both, we are given their distance 12 and 15, and we are given their speeds 40 and 48. Distance and speed, distance and speed. Can we basically calculate the time? Yes. So it would be d by s for both. Distance 12 upstream upon speed 48 plus distance 15 upon speed 60. So this would come out as 54 kilometers per hour. This would be the average speed. So it would be option C. Let's move forward. This is the next question. You have 90 seconds to solve it. Meanwhile, let me see. Someone gave the answer. Madhav gave the answer as 54. Very well done, Madhav. If someone got the wrong answer, just try to do this correct. Let us try to solve this now. We are given that there are two persons A and B. They are walking up on an escalator that is also going up. So their speed would increase. A takes 10 steps to reach the top, which means that A is also moving up, escalator is also moving up. So when A himself takes 10 steps, he reaches to the tops, which means that escalator also moves some steps plus these 10 steps is equal to the total distance of the escalator, because both are moving. So the total steps or distance of the escalator would be, let us assume the speed of the escalator to be E steps per second, right? So what would be the total distance of the escalator? It would be distance traveled by A plus distance of escalator, normal distance of escalator with its speed as E. But to find the distance, we have to find the time first. That for how much time A reached the top. We are given that speeds of A and B are 4 steps per second and 5 steps per second. So can we say that since A took 10 steps and it takes 4 steps per second, so what would be the time for after which A reached the top? It would be 10 by 4. So 5 by 2 seconds, after 5 by 2 seconds, A reached the top. So what would be the distance or number of steps in the escalator given its normal speed as E? It would be firstly 10 steps of A plus speed E into time 5 by 2, right? And similarly, we can do the same for B as well. Since the escalator is the same, distance would be the same. So B takes 12 steps and speed is 5 steps per second. In this case, time would be 12 by 5. So distance D would be 12 plus E into 12 by 5. If we equate both, we would get 5E by 2 minus 12E by 5. This would be equal to 12 minus 10, which is 2. So E by 10, this would come out as 2. E, speed of escalator is 20 steps per second. We got it. What are we asked now? We are asked find the total number of steps on the escalator when it is stationary. It would be the distance D, which is 10 plus 5E by 2, E is 20. So 10 plus 20 into 5 by 2. This is equal to 60 steps. Answer would be option B here. Let's move to the next question. Meanwhile, let me see if anyone has any doubt. रोहित इज आस्किंग सर, रोचेज लॉगिन की धुलाई हो. Before moving on to the next question, I want to tell you about, just like XAT and Snap, Cracku has launched another course, NMAT. Now you can just check it out. You just need to Google search this Cracku NMAT complete course or contact this number. Again, why am I saying that this should be this you should buy? Because it has 130 plus concept videos. Again, nothing would be uncovered. Everything in the paper would come from these only. You have national level mocks. You can review your performance using analysis. We have 300 plus topic tests and weekend live classes by toppers and NMAT toppers. I would highly recommend you to check this course. Just try to do this question. You have 90 seconds. These two questions, this and the next one, are good questions, I would say. We haven't covered the theory for it, but it has the same formula, distance equal to speed into time. Let's try to do this question. Basically, this question is an application of time speed distance, which is distance equals to speed into time. There's no such theory for it. This formula you have to use, and you have to just logically deduce and calculate the values. The formula used is this only, nothing else. They are given that Ravi wins a 2100 meter race against Raju by 100 meters. It means that when Ravi runs 2100 meters at time t, after time t, Ravi runs 2100 meters. At the same time, this is for Ravi. At the same time, Raju runs 2000 meters. Right? So let us assume the speed of Ravi to be A and Raju to be B. Since we know that this time is same for 2100 and 2000 meters, let us equate the time. So what would be the time in case of Ravi? It would be distance d upon speed A. This is equal to 2000 distance upon speed B. So B would come out as 20 by 21A. Relation between the speed of Raju and Ravi. In the next race of 1,000 meters, they ran at the same speed. They means the previous speeds A and B. And Ravi starts X meter behind the starting line, and still they finish the race at the same time as Raju. So we are given that in this 1,000 meter race, what is happening is that Raju starts from here. This is the court of 1,000 meters. Right? But Ravi starts X meters behind the starting point. He starts from somewhere here. This is x meters. Now, what are we asked to find? We are asked to find what is x, such that they finish the race at the same time. Now, let the time be t, right? So, what would be the time taken by Raju to cover 1000 meters? It would be what? It would be distance 1000 upon speed of Raju. Speed of Raju we know is b, which is 20 by 21 a. So this would come out as 1050 by a. This would be the time after which Raju completes 1000 meters. Now Ravi also runs for the same time, but he runs some extra. Now if Ravi also runs for the same time, can we calculate his distance? At given time, we know the speed is a. The distance by Ravi would be time into speed a. Distance came out as 1050 meters. So basically, this is how much Ravi in total ran for the time t. Now, what is the value of x? It is 1050 minus 1000, which is 50 meters. Option B here. Anyone has any doubt? Someone has any doubt? Yeah, Madhav, you are absolutely right. It is 50. Very well done. We have another question coming up. That would be the last question of the day. I would like all of you to attempt that question and type in the answer. You have 2 minutes for this question. Let us try to solve this one. This was a bit tricky question, I would say. It's given that in a 1000-meter race, A beats B by 100 meters. Can we say that for after time t, when A runs 1000 meters, B would run how much? B is at 900 meters only when A completes 1000. So B runs 900 meters. If we assume the speed of A as A and B as small b, we know that they ran for the same time. So let us equate the time. Distance upon speed is equals to distance upon speed. We know B came out as 9 by 10A. This is our first equation. And in the same race, which means 1000 meters, B beats C by 400 meters. Now in this case, let that be time T1, let this be time T2. In this case, when B completed 1000, C was 400 meters behind, which means 600. So B completed 1000 meters, C only completed 600 meters. We know speed of B is small b, let the speed of C be small c. We know this time to T2 is again same. So let us equate it. We get C equals to 3B by 5. Now what are we asked? We are asked by what distance will runner A beat runner C in another race of length 300 meters. So we have A and C in 300 meters race. So what we will do here is that let us assume that A completed 300 meters. Now to solve this question, we have to basically find that when A completes this 300 meters, where will C be? Somewhere around here, but what would this distance be? Right? When A completes the 300 meters, C would be behind A, but how much? So how can we really solve this? How can we approach this? What we will do is that we will calculate the total time for A to complete this. In that same time, when A completes this, C is somewhere around here. So we will get the time and we will multiply the time by speed of C to get the distance here. And once we get this distance, we will subtract it by 300. Right? So let's calculate the time for A to complete 300. It would be time equals to distance 300 upon speed. Now speed is A here, which can be written as, now we will be writing both the speeds in terms of B because it can be written, both A and C can be written in terms of B. It would be 10B by 9. So 9 would come here. This would come out as 270 by B. Now this is the time after which A has reached here. At this point of time, what would be the distance traveled by C? It would be this time into speed of C. So distance by C would be this time into speed of C, 3b by 5. It would come out as 162 meters. Now this is the distance traveled by C when A reaches 300, 162. So by how much distance did A beat C? 300 minus 162, 138 meters. Option D here. Got it? Does anyone has any doubt? We have completed all the questions. In any of the questions, if anyone has any doubt. Madhav, you must have done some mistake somewhere. This is 138, not 148. Just recheck it. Anyone has any doubt? In any of the questions we did today, 10 questions, anyone has any doubt in them? Else, we would be wrapping up the session now. Yeah, Mitesh, you can ask your doubt. No worries, Madhav. If it was a subtraction mistake, if you got the concept. It is more than enough, I would say. Mitesh is saying, last question, please repeat. Mitesh, actually in the last question, what we did was that we just assumed the speeds of all the three runners to be A, B, C. And we just saw that in a 1000-meter race, runner A beats B by 100 meters. So using this information, can we know that when A is at 1000-meter mark, B would be at 900-meter mark? So this means that we can basically calculate the ratio of their speeds. That the ratio of their speeds would be 9:10, right? Because B was only able to complete 900 meters when A completed 1000. So the speed for sure would be 9:10. B would be having less speed. 90% of speed of A would be B speed. Similarly, we are given runner B beats C by 400 meters in this same race. So it would mean when B was at 1000 meters, now this is the separate race. B and C are again starting from the same point. So when B reaches 1000 meters, C would be 400 meters behind, which would mean 600 meters. Can we basically say that in the same time B is at 1000 meters, C is at 600, so their ratio of speeds is 3:5, right? B is B has more speed, right? 5 by 3 more, 5 by 3 of C speed. Now we know the ratio of speed of A is to B, we know the ratio of speed of B is to C. This means we know the ratio of speed of A is to B is to C. We can calculate any one speed with respect to another's. Now we are asked by what distance will runner A beat runner C in another race of 300 meters. So we know the ratio of speeds of A and C. We just have to calculate that when A is at 300 meters, how much behind would C be? Now we know the speeds ratios. We can just calculate the distance what C covers at the time when A completes 300 meters. So that time would be in terms of some speed, and we got the time when A completes 300. That is the same time when C is somewhere here. And if we multiply that time by C speed, we would get the distance of C. If we get the distance, we just subtract it from 300. That is how we did the question. These are just equations, but general approach was this, like this. If you want to visualize. Anyone has any else doubt? Any other doubt, or else we will be wrapping up the session. Yeah, thank you, Divya. It was wonderful having you all in the session. Since no one, thank you, Mitesh. Since no one seems to have any doubt, let us wrap up the session now. Thank you guys for joining in.